Alright, hopefully nothing goes wrong this time. Welcome, everybody, to Ocarina of Time. Quick bit of technical stuff right before we get started with the game, and while the title screen just sits here. I have a proper Nintendo 64 controller for this. I didn't have one when I first played it, but now I do. And this is not my first time trying to play this. I made about 4 whole episodes. Before I realized that OBS failed and didn't properly capture the video. Audio was just fine, but yeah, let's start again. So hope you've all been good. Get ready for a little bit quieter gameplay because I'll have to focus more in the long have I served as the guardian spirit. I am known as the Deku Tree. Yeah. So yeah, I'll like read the text. Children of the forest, the Kokiri live here with me. Yeah, I'll read the text, but when I'm actually playing the game, I might have to focus a bit more. They have their own guardian fairy. And I like how you can see that his eyes are wide open. That's Link. I've had nights like that. You just kind of can't sleep. Hope the game's not too loud, by the way. So on my very real Nintendo 64, I will probably be using some save states. Not too many, but maybe some. Oh, Navi the Fairy, listen to my words, the words of the Deku Tree. And I'll probably not be doing any special character voices, not intentionally anyway, because that is a bit of a, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to find words to describe it, but I feel like self-conscious about doing special voices because I really think I just kind of sound silly or dumb doing that. Malevolent forces even now are mustering to attack our land of Hyrule. But yeah, it's just not something I'm particularly comfortable doing, so we'll just talk. And by the way, I got this nice like translucent blue controller. It's great. Seems that the time has come for the boy without a fairy to begin his journey. Alright. Fly, Navi, fly. The fate of the forest, nay, the world depends upon thee. That is interesting how the Deku Tree is like the only one who speaks in like Shakespearean English. But yeah, I played this for the first time like a year ago. Not even, well, maybe a year ago. I'm not sure. Maybe a little bit sooner than that, like months ago. But I liked it so much, and I liked its sister game, well, its like later sequel, Majora's Mask. I liked them so much, I just wanted to play them again. But I am also going to play other Nintendo 64 games. And eventually we might move on to GameCube games too, like Mario Sunshine. And The Wind Waker. Hello, Link, wake up. The great Deku Tree wants to talk to you. Can Hyrule's destiny really depend on such a lazy boy? So another thing that people might criticize about this game now is its graphics. And they are definitely of their time, but I do feel like it's something that you can get into. Like, I'm into them. I like Nintendo 64 graphics in the same way that I like, you know, like NES graphics, like Mario 3 and Mega Man 5. I genuinely enjoy those graphics. Just like how I like these. But yeah, now we're playing. So pressing the up C button lets me change how you can see the inside of the houses. So that's useful. So here we are, Kokiri Forest. And there's our friend, well, Link's friend, Saria, coming to say hi. Yahoo, Link. Now that's something I actually do know, is that Yahoo or Yahoo is like an expression in Japan, and it's with like the long O. It's not who, it's ho. It's interesting. But that's like a greeting between friends, I believe. Yeah, hi. Wow, a fairy. Finally a fairy has come to you, Link. Yep. Now we're a real Kokiri. For real. We're definitely not anything else. I'll wait for you here. Okay. So, surely we can just go to the Great Deku Tree. Isn't any problem with that? Well, you know, when we saw Navi flying over here, it was completely... Oh, who are you? Hey you, Mr. No Fairy, what's your business with the Deku Tree? Even without a fairy, you're not even a real man. What? You've got a fairy? Say what? The Deku Tree wants... The Deku Tree actually summoned you. What? Why would he summon you and not the great Mido? So this guy's Mido. This isn't funny. Don't believe it. You aren't even fully equipped yet. How do you think you're gonna help the Great Deku Tree without both a sword and a shield? You're right, I don't have my equipment ready, but... If you want to pass through here, you should at least equip a sword and shield. Sheesh. So yeah, this guy's Mido. He's ridiculous. But we have what we need. Well, we've learned what we need. Yes, Navi. The Great Deku Tree has summoned you. Yeah, we tried that. So, we need to find a sword and shield. This place is just wonderful. That's Saria's house. Okay. So, no sword and shield in here. I've only gotten a hold of this controller as of like yesterday, so I am still getting used to it. Okay. It is quite particular. But yeah, let me know how loud this first group of episodes are. Probably gonna record another 4 of them to make up for what I've lost. You came up all this way. You're a real man. Look, isn't this view great? Change your viewpoint with the up C button. You can look around. Yeah, no sword and shield up here. Some rupees in there. Yeah, they kind of just do that. Oh, you have a fairy now. That's great, Link. What? You've been called by the Great Deku Tree? What an honor. I may give you a special gift. It's because the Great Deku Tree is our father, the Forest Guardian, and he gave life to us all completely. I probably read that wrong. Hi, Link. Look this way. Look over here with Z and talk to me with A. That's how you do it. That's how you use a fairy. It's so great that you finally have a fairy partner. I'll teach you how to talk to people using your fairy. When a fairy flies near a person, press Z to look in their direction. If you use Z targeting, you can talk to people from a distance like what we're doing now. When you have nothing that you can target... When you have nothing that you can target, you can press Z to try to look forward. Yep. So what's in here? Well, there's a shield, or something that looks like a shield. Welcome. Deku Shield, 40 rupees. Okay. So we need 40 rupees. We need about 30 more. So, like I said, I probably won't just constantly be talking through the entire episode, and there might be long stretches where I don't. Not only because I just like listening to the music, but also because I'm just trying to focus about what to do in the game. Yeah, that was right behind us. So yeah, let's read the sign. Visit the House of the Noridal Brothers to get answers to all of your item-related questions. Okay. So here we are, getting the first item. We got the Kokiri sword. It really is more like a Kokiri dagger, if anything. The hilt is about as long as the blade. So, we open this. We're in Kokiri Forest. Need to equip the sword. There we go. Okay. So we got a sword, and we know where to get the shield. So we just need a few more rupees, and we should be able to get to going. Let's check out that house. Yeah, this one right over here. Mido. Okay. Let's see what's going on in here. You know, Mido's a bit of a jerk. Let's just take his money. It's ours now. He's not using it. He shouldn't mind, and if he does, I don't care. There we go, 40 rupees. Thanks, Mido's money. It's mine now. And we got some more. Great. Alright. Welcome. Yeah. I want that. Thank you. So also expect a little bit of longer episodes. This won't be like Mega Man 5 where they're like short. No, I'm good. Because this game is a bit more in-depth. Like, the first half of this episode has already just been me reading. So, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit longer episodes. This first one especially, because I think I want to get a few things done. If you want to see the Great Deku Tree, you should equip a sword and a shield. Well, feast your eyes on what I've got. Oh, you have a Deku shield. And what's that? Is that the Kokiri sword? Good grief. Well, even with all that stuff, a wimp is still a wimp, huh? I, the Great Maida, will never accept you as one of us. How did you get to be the favorite of Saria and the Great Deku Tree, huh? Yeah, so he's a bit, jealous of us. That's okay, though. But yeah, we're off to see the Deku Tree. We got some Deku sticks. These are quite useful. Hello, Deku Tree. Some people, as in everyone who's watched the thing I built in Minecraft most recently, that might look familiar. Just a little bit. Link, welcome. Listen carefully to what I, the Deku Tree, am about to tell thee. Thy slumber in these past moons must have been restless and full of nightmares. As the servants of evil gain strength, a vile climate pervades the land and causes nightmares to those sensitive to it. Verily thou hast felt it. Link, the time has come for you. The time has come to test thy courage. Sorry, I'm not used to reading things out loud. I usually just look at the words. So it's a bit new. Yeah, sure. We have a sword and shield. Then enter, brave Link. And thou too, Navi. Navi the fairy, thou must aid Link. And Link, when Navi speaks, use up and listen to their words of wisdom. Or words of things I already knew. Anyway. So, right before we enter, let's get a few more of these. I feel like 4 isn't enough. Yes, I would like to save. That's not what I meant to do. There we go. But yeah, I have a regular Nintendo 64 controller. I could have gotten one of the ones that were like more common looking. But I feel the best way to experience Nintendo 64, especially with a modern computer, I mean completely regular Nintendo 64, is to have the proper controller to do it. Because then, yeah, I just feel it's the right thing to do. So, yeah, so these guys give you something different, also pretty useful. We've got Deku Nuts. So we can equip those. And it stuns enemies. So that might prove useful. Oh, heart. Good. Go away. There we go. What do you have to say? Look, look, Link. You can see down below. This web. Hey, look at that. Looks like the dungeon continues on down there. Yeah, so these episodes might average out at like the 30-minute mark, but I think most of them are probably going to go over that, just because, you know, I'm going to get into playing this game, and I'm going to like it. Look at this wall. The vines growing on it give it a rough surface. Maybe you can climb it, Link. Well, maybe we can. But I'll do that in a second. You got the dungeon map. And you can tell this is from when 3D was brand new, because it's like, it's telling you, it's like, whoa, you can open a door by pressing A, and looking at it. Very much still the tutorial, but it's like... Ow, ow, ow. Forgive me, master. If I give you a clue, will you let me go? When you jump off a high cliff and hold forward, it will roll on the ground when you land, and you won't get hurt. I'm glad I did not grow up with this game, because I would have probably tried that, and probably gotten hurt doing it. Not that I would have gotten very far in this game if I played it any sooner than right now. Because it has some stuff, spiders mostly, that would have just completely blocked me from playing the game. Because I don't like spiders now. By the way, we got the fairy slingshot. But I couldn't stand spiders before. I can deal with small ones now. I still cannot deal with big ones. But anything spider-like, except for like Minecraft spiders, because they were blocky and stuff, but anything that would have that like leg movement of a regular spider, I would not be able to handle. And this game has that. So, we would have needed that if I stepped on that platform, but I didn't. What's up here? That's the other kind of chest. It's just like a smaller one that has lesser rewards. Also, like, listen to this music. I'm gonna be quiet for a second so you can hear it. Wonderful. This is about the time, you know, a little bit earlier in like the Super Nintendo era too. But this was when video game music really started becoming music that happened to be in a video game instead of, you know, that NES kind of music. Because NES music is wonderful, but it's definitely not the same as like... Okay, well, I'll just shoot them from over here. It's definitely not the same as like regular... You can also walk on to make aiming a bit easier. Yeah, but like earlier NES music, like what you heard in Mario 3 and Mega Man 5, it's definitely video game music. It's what people expect. It's like when arcades had little bits of music in it, like Pac-Man. It's more aligned. It's like more like that than this. So yeah, that's part of why Deku sticks are great. It's because they do more damage. Okay. So we have a bit of a timed puzzle here. And we have these. You destroyed a gold sculpture and got a token proving you did it. Here's another one of those smaller chests. And here, another heart. Okay, so we need to press this button again. This time go this way. More Deku sticks aren't you got Deku Seeds. So that's the ammunition, I believe. And we got the compass. That helps us see a little bit better. Okay, so we have this random thing here. It looks like that torch was burning not too long ago, so that's a hint for you to take one of these, set it on fire, then light it back up. So yeah, like this thing, the Skulltula, big Skulltula, yeah. I wouldn't have been able to handle this as a young child. Like, it moves too much like a real one. It looks too much like a real one. I wouldn't be able to handle it. So here, just go down. I think even the gold Skulltulas would have given me a problem. It was really bad, my fear of spiders. It was really bad. And it still probably is. I can handle really small spiders, like the ones you find in, like, the average house spider size. I can kind of deal with that now. It's not as bad. I used to, like, even the smallest of spiders would just have me leave the room and pretty much never come back in. It's getting kind of hot in here. One second. There we go. Okay, so we ignited that, and we've seen how it can burn things, so maybe it'll burn this away. Okay, we have another one of these guys. Please forgive me, Master. I'll never do it again. If you spare me, I'll teach you something cool. You'll never beat my brothers unless you punish them in the proper order. The order is 2, 3, 1. 23 is number 1. Do you think I'm a traitor? No. Okay, so here's something. Yeah, you have eye puzzles as well. So here's something. After you get into the water, if you hold down A, you can dive. I bet there's some interesting things underwater. Yeah, so that's another thing in this game, is proper ability to swim. You know, Mega Man can't swim. Mario could swim. He could always swim. But in, let's say, Zelda 2, because that's another game I want to play, water is deadly in that game. Come on, turn around. Thank you. Okay, so here's another thing that Zelda games do often, is stand next to this block and grab hold of it and then push it around. You stand next to a block and you can climb on top of it. Pay attention to what the blue action icon says. climb. I don't know what happened over there. But we need more Deku sticks. Yeah, you can also save Deku sticks by putting them away fast enough. That's something else you can do, but I want more. There we go, 10. That makes me feel better. Yeah, it's just like even... Like, I would have been stumped very early in this dungeon just by the presence of spiders or spider-like things. But that would have also kind of stopped me. That's another spot. I'm better about it now, though. Like, video game spiders... Oh, whatever. We can just have it drop. Now we can learn about them. Goma larva. So keep that background, this wall right here, keep, like this one right here, kind of weird, layered one, keep that in mind, just for now. We'll need it later. So we have another one of these crawl spaces. Look at that, we're up here now. Okay. So we need to get a fire on that web right there. So we're gonna push this block and Alright, so we have a group of 3 of those Deku scrubs. So you know what that means? Ayu. 2. 2. 3. 2, 3, 1. How did you know our secret? How irritating. It's so annoying, I'm going to reveal the secret of Queen Goma to you. In order to administer the coup de grace to Queen Goma, or maybe it's coup de grace, I don't know. Strike with your sword while she is stunned. Oh, Queenie, I'm sorry about that. Unusual thing to do when you're annoyed is just be like, here's the thing that my boss is weak against. So this is a bit of an eerie room. It's got like fog. It looks really cool though. And even with the super like low resolution textures, I don't mind. It looks good. Hi. I see you. Okay, so I'm not the fastest person at defeating this boss. Come on. Drop. So what do you have to say? Goma, it's one of the parasitic monsters inside the Deku Tree. Its eye is vulnerable when it's red. Come on. There we go. So, that's the first boss down. But like I said, this episode isn't quite done yet. So we have a bit more dialogue, and a bit more of everything to get through. So, after you defeat a boss, you get a heart container, and that increases your heart. You know, your life. Now we have 4 hearts instead of 3. Okay. Well done, Link. Thou hast verily demonstrated thy courage. I knew that thou wouldst be able to carry out my wishes. Now I have yet more to tell ye, wouldst thou listen? Sure. Now listen carefully. A wicked man of the desert cast this dreadful curse upon me. That's him. That's the big bad. I'm sure of it. This evil man ceaselessly uses his vile sorcerous powers in search of the sacred realm that is connected to Hyrule. For it is in the sacred realm that one will find the divine relic, the Triforce, which contains the essence of the gods. And now he's going to go on about how the land was created. So while that happens, I'll just go ahead and say that I'm super excited for this, and I hope you guys are too. Yeah, like, I've only played this game in Majora's Mask once before. And, yeah, I already really like him. So we're just gonna watch this happen. I wonder why there's clouds and rain before the land exists. That's kind of weird to me. But yeah, some might know that my most recent solo project is heavily based off these games. It's that one, I think I titled it like I'll be working on this for a while or something like that. It's that one. It's a Zelda dungeon in Minecraft. but it's based off these games, so... So I hope I can live up to these games, at least a little bit. I have... Oh yeah. Here, there's gonna be an interesting bit of music that I don't want to talk over. So keep that little tune in mind for maybe later this series and in a different series altogether, maybe. Because it might be something we hear again. Thou must never suffer that man with his evil heart to enter the sacred realm of legend. That evil man who cast the death curse upon me and sapped my power. Of that curse my end is nigh. Though your valiant efforts to break the curse were successful, I was doomed before you started. Yes, I will pass away soon, but do not grieve for me. I've been able to tell you of these important matters. This is Hyrule's final hope. Link, go now to Hyrule Castle. I will surely meet the Princess of Destiny. Take this stone with you. The stone that man wanted so much that he cast the curse on me. Wait, 1 second. My Nintendo 64 is lagging because I took a screenshot. 1 second. There we go. But yeah, we got this thing. We got a gift. The Kokiri's Emerald. This is the spiritual stone of the forest, now entrusted to you by the great Deku Tree. The future depends on thee, Link. Thou art courageous. Navi the Fairy, help Link to carry out my will. I entreat ye, Navi. Goodbye. It's too bad. So yeah, our big friend, the Great Deku Tree, he's dead. We helped him out, but unfortunately, he was not good enough. Goodbye, Deku Tree. Yeah. Hey, Link, what did you do? The Great Deku Tree. Did he die? How could you do a thing like that? It's all your fault. Definitely not that one guy who came in here with black armor. It's not his fault. No siree. But yeah, the first dungeon is down. And now we need to leave the forest. So you're leaving. I knew that you would leave the forest someday, Link. Because you are different from me and my friends. But that's okay, because we'll be friends forever, won't we? Yep. I want you to have this ocarina. Please take good care of it. I guess I can kind of relate to that, because sometimes you move away from people, but you don't really forget them. I remember my friends from, you know, places that I've formerly lived, but, you know, you move away from them and, you know, life happens. But you kind of are friends forever. Then sometimes you meet them again and you drift away, but, you know, sometimes you just have memories of them, and those memories are just kind of how you remember them, I suppose. I'm no philosopher, so I probably sound very dumb. And we're playing Zelda here. Anyway, let's call it here. And we'll pick this up in part 2, where we'll explore Hyrule Field. Where we'll surely be able to just immediately go to the castle with no interruptions whatsoever. Definitely. See you next time.